All right, look. Let me just get into it, okay? So, a friend of mine, someone I consider a pretty close friend, the same person that if they came to me with just about anything, I wouldn't question it, not for a second. They asked me some stuff today about a rumor that they heard in regards to cosplay and my interaction with them and so on and so forth, and it just got me. It was so out of left field. It was so out of left field, and I'm still confused. Um, First off, I think I've made it abundantly clear. At least I've tried to. And it feels stupid that I even have to make this video, but apparently I need to address it. I've never been a fan of cosplay, ever. I think I've made that pretty much abundantly clear. I was a guy that liked to dress up in costumes occasionally. Now, some people are like, well, that's not cosplay. I know it gets confusing for the ones that aren't as familiar with the community and such. Um, to those who do cosplay, more power to you. If you like it, you love it, whatever, great, go for it. It was never my thing. I like to dress up like a Ghostbuster occasionally, and I like to make people smile. That's about it. There were some other costumes as well, and I won't pretend that I didn't have some fun occasionally with other cosplayers and doing things in the cosplay community, because that would be a blatant lie. But by and large, it was not anything that appealed to me. I didn't need a new costume for every single event. I didn't need the latest and greatest character to turn that into a costume just because it was something that dropped. I didn't need to try to garner fame, garner attention, gain money. And for those of you who've been around me any amount of time, you will also know that any money that I've ever made in cosplay, costuming, ghost busting, whatever we want to call it, I've pretty much taken every single penny and reinvested it in the community in some way, shape, or form. I've never looked to gain a dollar. If you remember my early introduction in the community, I know some of you do well, some for good reasons, some for less than good reasons. I was dead set against monetizing a lot of things. Now, I understand as well that some people make a living, supplement incomes, just enjoy doing it for hobbies. Again, more power to you, but it's not for me. It never was for me. As I've watched the community kind of grow, I've also watched it devolve a bit. I've watched a lot of people ruin friendships, a lot of people destroy their own families. I've watched people go into financial ruin. I've watched rumors get started. I've watched people's lives literally destroyed. And as crazy as that sounds, it's all true. And it doesn't take too much digging to find this. And for those who aren't in my immediate community, I'm sure you can relate to other tales. It seems like the cosplay community as a whole is extremely, extremely toxic. And it's just one I want nothing to do with anymore. I may occasionally go to a show. I may occasionally go to an event. Will I wear a costume? Time will tell. But as of now, and as I've stated for the past several months, I want absolutely nothing to do with cosplay or that term. More specifically, the term. I just do not like it. Never have. If you do, again, more power to you. I don't like it. I'm just a guy that dresses as a Ghostbuster occasionally and likes to make people smile. The reason I pushed away from it is all the reasons I've kind of mentioned. I'm tired of the rumor mills. I'm tired of watching people step on each other. I'm tired of seeing this jockeying for position. I don't even know what the position's supposed to be. It's beyond ludicrous. It's just asinine watching all this, and it's cyclical. You keep seeing it over and over, and when someone new is injected into the cosplay community, we start seeing it again, and the same complaints are made about the same people over and over, and it's a definition of madness. Doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result. It's nuts. So, as I've advertised a few times now, I've stepped back. I have not gone to any more events. I have not gone to any charitable type things even, unless it's been something to do with Children's Mercy Hospital. I haven't gone to cons. I haven't done any of that stuff. I've stuck to my word, and I plan to continue to stick to my word. It's nothing that I want right now. So if you have any questions, you want any more specifics, just ask me, because I shouldn't be getting messages from people asking me what's going on with this when I've said nothing of the sort, have no idea where they're even coming from. It's just absurd to me. And basically what I'm also asking too is leave me alone. Seriously. This cosplay stuff is not for me. It never was. I've made a lot of great friends. I love a lot of the people that I've met through that. I've made many, many more acquaintances as well. But just because we see each other at a convention occasionally, or just because we've interacted somewhere, it doesn't mean that we're going to be long-term best friends. And I know this sounds kind of rude, and I don't even know what other words to use right now. There's all kind of different synonyms you could toss in there, I'm sure. But it's constant. Almost every conversation that someone wants to have with me that isn't work or family related brings up cosplay. Cosplay this, Ghostbusters that. It's not what my life is about. My life was never about that. And I've grown tired of it. Again, to those of you who enjoy it, to those who enjoy going to a convention every single weekend, more power to you. Just please respect that it's not for me. And I don't want to hear about it constantly. I don't want to talk about it constantly. And I damn sure don't want to be in a rumor mill about it when I have nothing and I haven't had anything to do with the cosplay community for months. Yeah, so that's it. I know that was a long diatribe of just me bitch moaning and complaining. But it needed to be said, I think. And I'm not trying to offend anybody or piss anybody off, but my God, like, I don't want anything to do with cosplay. I don't know how to say it in any way, shape, or form other than that. Just be period, point blank. I want nothing to do with cosplay. I will still, for as long as I'm asked, give 100% to Children's Mercy Hospital if they ever need a Ghostbuster. I will still, should Jessica or Will at Elite ever ask me to do anything with them in relation to Children's Mercy, I will probably drop what I'm doing. I don't see any other way, shape, or form of me doing that in my life, just leaving the hospital behind. The hospital's been an amazing blessing. I'm glad we've established such an amazing relationship, and I hope to continue it. And I will drop most everything I'm doing to help the hospital when I can. But the rest of it never was for me, probably will never be for me, and like I said, I'm thankful for the experiences, the memories, the friendships, and acquaintances that I've made through this, but it's just not something that I need. It's not something that's a recurring requirement for my life. It's not something I want to be involved in. Again, may see you down the road somewhere. 6 months from now, my mind may change completely. Who knows? But as of right now, I don't want anything to do with cosplay.